Hello, this is Brian Hagney, instructor of game and interactive media. And I just added a few more control points here using this insert control point tool. And you can see that this looks pretty much like a wine glass. One other tool you might want to use is the delete control point tool. If you accidentally create one that you don't really need and it's getting too messy or it's too weird, you can just go ahead and click this, select the control point you don't want, click the little garbage tool, and that's fine. I think the only question I might have for myself as I look at this, as I reposition, is, for instance, this control point right here. Well, what if I want this to be more curved, in which case I'd probably move this control point up here more, right click, turn that into a Bezier smooth, add another control point here, turn this into Bezier smooth, not a corner, and I'm probably going to just tidy these up like that. Let's see, front view mode, zoom in there. And now that is more of a corner, a smooth corner between those two. Okay. But one thing I think you'll notice is that when you're finished with this type of graph, let's see, using this method, the scale of your circle looks like the half of the wine glass, right? This actually looks like the very first spline we drew, almost, that we then used the lathe tool for. Okay, so I'm going to close this out, zoom out here, and just to prove a point, to remind you where we came from, if we turn off this light bulb in the deformations, it'll turn off the scale deformation, and of course we don't see it anymore. Yay. There we go. So, but of course we're not finished, and what I would do is do the same exact thing we did here for this wine glass, which would be to add and edit poly. Whoops, not face extrude. Add and edit poly. Select the top of the glass and inset that just a little bit. Say okay. And then, of course, extrude that downward. I'm going to go ahead and do that while this is paused, and I'll show you, and I will unpause it. Alright, and I'm done with that. If you look here, I just extruded this downward again, just like the other one I just did before this video. And I'm going to tap F3 and move this glass outward and deselect it. And just notice again, hey, how does this look? Well, the inside isn't faceted because I started off, well, I don't know why the outside is faceted and the inside is not. They definitely are not using smoothing groups on the inside of this object. So what I'm going to do is just select everything again, select but I'm going to use a different edit poly. Why? I don't know. Select every single face, make sure I did it. Yay, I did it. Oh, you know what I didn't do? No, now I know what I need to do. Thanks. I forgot to delete this because we have the same problem. I don't want an n-gon here. Again, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, blah, 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 blah. 20 sided. I want to delete that. And once I delete that, I'm going to add the cap holes, hit enter, and of course triangulate that cap. If I really wanted to make this pretty, I probably could. And it does the bottom as well. No, wait a minute. Cancel. I must not have deleted the bottom one yet. There we go. Delete the bottom one. Now go up to cap holes, and it caps all of them. Yay. After that, of course, I'm going to edit poly. I'm going to select everything, clear all smoothing groups, set them all to 1, except for, of course, the top ridges and the bottom, but I'll select the top and turn that off of 1, set it to 2. I'm going to go to my bottom by tapping B. I'm going to turn off ignore backfacing, or turn on ignore backfacing. Select everything, turn off ignore backfacing, come up to the front. Oh, yeah, there we go. Come up to the front and select Alt to delete from that selection and delete everything up there. And it just did, yay. And so from there, I'm going to turn that off of 1 and set it onto 2. And when I do that, I'm going to uncheck polygon here so I can deselect that. That is starting to look a little bit normal. Yeah, almost exactly the same. So that was using a circle and lofting along a line, and then using scale from the Loft tool to turn that into a wine glass. In the next one, we are going to end with something you already know how to do, I think. I just wanted to remind you that it's something we can do. Okay, bye!